Hey everybody, I am back and I am going to check out the Staunton Fire Department at the museum right here. It's the Jumbo Museum.
Let's check it out.
So this was how they originally put out fires, and this is the bucket brigade they called it, and they had a bucket right there where they just would simply toss the water right on the fire, and there's a kind of a uniform that they would wear back in the day.
That is a early day manual pump.
Manual pump, yeah.
Yep, you would have two guys, one on either side, with the wooden extensions coming off the handles of the pump, working back and forth to create a suction to pull the water out of the cart and then pump it into a hose to put the fire out.
And here is Jumbo. This is a 1911 motorized chemical self-propelled fire engine. It runs on gasoline, and it's the only surviving fire truck of its kind in existence. It was Staunton's first fire engine. It was built in Missouri and then delivered here in Staunton. And actually, Staunton is also known as one of the oldest fire departments in the state. It was organized in 1790. This is the call box they would use. We also have, this is a original 911 switchboard. These are the original uniforms that they wore. Jacket.
These were two of the original Staunton Fire Department horses in 1912, just before delivery of Jumbo. These horses were the fire engines that stayed in the fire station, and the carts, these horses would pull the carts, and that's how, that was your fire engine. You had basically a wagon that had a pump, a steam engine pump, and all of, just like you see on the side of a fire engine, on that cart, the horses would pull it to the fire, and then they would fire it up and get it running, and that's how they would pump. So when we talk about the fire engine that's self-propelled, now you take the horses out and you have a piece of apparatus that you can drive and pump to fight fire with.
Now, where was the original fire station located?
Yeah, the original fire station here was down on Baldwin and Central Avenue.
Okay.
And that fire station, the same one that you see here, there was actually a sinkhole that opened up in the city, and that fire station, part of it collapsed into the sinkhole, and the city tore the rest of the building down, filled in the sinkhole, and today it's a parking lot.
Oh, wow. My
Yeah.
goodness.
But this building here was built right next door to where this was, and then that was the new fire station when this one was torn down. So this building here still stands down at Central and Baldwin, which is just right down the street. And then in 1982, this station here that we're in was built, and we moved here in 82, 83.
And these axes, these are all, are these modern day axes, or would these be, how old are these axes?
Same design. These axes and pike poles that you see there are from probably back in the 80s is what they came from. Basically, we have the exact same design today that we use. We just have composite handles instead of wooden handles. The big poles up there, they originated long before the fire service. So they were actually used in the construction industry, and what they were used for is like raising barns and big heavy timber frame construction, and they were used in the commercial and private building industry. And then in the 1600s is when the fire department started using them, and we use them for hooking ceilings and pulling ceilings down or opening up holes in walls where fire is moving behind the wall or in the ceiling. And so roughly around the 1600s is when the fire service picked that tool up and started using it in interior firefighting operations.
So if you look up here at the top here, you see this piece of wood right here on the wall. Now, it doesn't look like much to the eye, but actually it was a water line in Staunton. So what they would do, the firefighters, they would unearth it, and then they would put a hole into the water line, and then that would sprout a large amount of water. And then they would have to, of course, after they're done using it, would have to plug it back up. And that started the concept of having a fire hydrant. Pretty cool.
That's the original fire alarm bell in Staunton. Some more. That's more of a modern day helmet right there that they would have. Back to the fire engine. Pretty cool. And this is where the original fire department was. It's now a parking lot, and like they said, just a sinkhole there. And so they had to fill it in and make it a parking lot. There's a marker. It says the piece of structural steel was recovered from World Trade Center on the act of terrorism. Courtesy of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, it is displayed in memory of 2,752 victims, including 343 New York firefighters, 37 Port Authority police officers, 23 New York police officers who lost their lives during one of the largest rescue missions in U.S. history. We'll never forget. Alright, well that was the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. I learned a lot about the fire department here in Staunton, the history of it. And I hope you guys did too. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great one.